For animal kingdom. So in animal kingdom we study the basis of classification and then classification of animals. So basis of classification, so what are these? So first one is the levels of organization. So in which the one that is the cellular level of organization. Okay, what is that? So in sponges the cells are arranged as loose cell aggregates, so they exhibit cellular level of organization. Okay, now in tissue level of organization, so here the cells performing the same functions are, are arranged into tissues, hence called the tissue level of organization. Then organ level is exhibited by members of platyhelminthes and other higher phyla, where tissues are grouped together to form organs, each specialized for a particular function. Okay, now there is organ system. Now what is that organ system? So in animals like annelids, arthropods, molluscs, echinodermatous, chordates, organs have associated to from functional systems. Each system concerned with a specific physiological function. This pattern is called the organ system level of organization. Now two types of circulatory systems. So first one is open type and then closed type. So open type circulatory system in which the blood is pumped out of the heart and the cells and tissues are directly bathed in it, and closed type of circulatory system in which the blood is circulated through a series of vessels of varying diameters, arteries, veins and capillaries. Now basis of the classification of one, that is the symmetry. Now sponges are mostly asymmetrical. Okay, now what is the asymmetrical? Any plane that passes through the center does not divide them into equal halves. Now the radial symmetry, it is present in Coelenterata and Ctenophora and Echinodermata, adult Echinodermata. Now what is there? So when any plane passing through the central axis of the body divides the organism into two identical halves, it is called radial symmetry. Now Coelenterata, Ctenophora and Echinodermata. Now there is bilateral symmetry present in the animals like annelids, arthropoda and furthermore. So where the body can be divided into identical left and right halves in only one plane. So that is bilateral symmetry. Now see in the diagram, second one is bilateral symmetry into two equal right and left halves, and radial symmetry any plane that goes into two equal halves. Now there is like the diploblastic and triploblastic organization. So there is germless, that is ectoderm, endoderm, and so in diploblastic animals, cylindrids, this is undifferentiated layer mesoglia is present in between the ectoderm and endoderm. You see in the diagram showing germinal layers, that is diploblastic. So ectoderm and endoderm, then there is mesoglia. So in which endoderm, ectoderm and middle one is the mesoderm, that is triploblastic animals. So that is, this is it. Now coelom, what is that? Coelom animals are coelomates. Now there is pseudocoeloms and acoelomates. So diagrammatic section will of coelomate, pseudocoelomate and acoelomate. So coelomate contain the body cavity lined by the mesoderm. So this is the coelom. And pseudocoelomate, so such a body cavity is called okay. Now in some animals the body cavity is not lined by mesoderm, instead the mesoderm is present as scattered pouches in between the endoderm and ectoderm. So such body cavity is pseudocoelom. Animals present pseudocoelomates as helminthes. Now acoelomates in the third diagram, there is acoelomates, these are platyhelminthes. Now animals in which the body cavity is absent are called the acoelomates, that is platyhelminthes. Now coelomates, presence or absence of body cavity between the body wall and the gut wall is very important in classification. The body cavity which is lined by mesoderm is called the coeloms. Okay, so this is it, like coelomate, pseudocoelomate and acoelomate. Now segmentation, there is the metamerism. What is that? For example, in earthworm the body shows this pattern. Okay, in some animals the body is externally and internally divided into segments with a serial repetition of at least some organs. So that is metamerism. The process is metamerism. Metameric segmentation phenomena is metamerism. The pattern is called metameric segmentation. Now notochord, you see the notochord, then classification of animals. You see the classification of animals. So broad classification of kingdom Animalia based on common fundamental features. So first one, kingdom. So kingdom Animalia is multicellular, levels of organ is cellular or tissue, organ system. So symmetry, that is radial and bilateral. Then body cavity or coelom. So phylum Porifera, this is it, like cellular level of organization. Now radial and so radial showing Coelenterata, Nidaria and Ctenophora. Now bilateral showing the without body cavity acoelomate, these are platyhelminthes, with false coelom, pseudocoelomate, these are ascoelominthes, and with true coelom, that is coelomates, annelids to chordata. So annelids, arthropoda, mollusca, echinodermata, mycotata and chordata. So this is it. So this is the basis of classification of kingdom Animalia.